Hi guys, so I'm doing something a little bit different today. Like, the YouTube channel name is Misha's Manic Musings, so it's been a little bit all of the same at the moment, so I thought I would do something more about one of my other loves in life. Apart from makeup, apart from books, which will soon be on the channel I'm sure, my other love is films, as you can gather from what we're looking at here. Oh, Laurel and Hardy down the bottom there. There's quite a few, and they don't all fit in the shot. But I'm gonna I don't want to do about too many of them. I thought I was going to break it down into sections. So on the top left there, that's all my Disney animations. So we've got Blu-rays, Steelbooks, and one DVD. Then the next couple of rows down here is Blu-rays. So that's, I don't have a big collection, I've only been collecting them for maybe a couple of years now, something like that. So I don't have a big collection. And then along the very bottom row that you can just see is TV shows. That's also TV shows in there as well that I need to watch. And then there's my DVDs, which I'm gradually cutting down on. The ones that I can find on Blu-ray, unless the extras are different, I just get rid of the DVDs. But apart from that, that's them all. So that's just a quick overview. Let's get into the actual video. Now this is the original Point Break. This is not the remake that was released a year or so ago now. I tried to watch that, and yeah, you can see how bad these J cards get. I tried to watch that and I really did not enjoy it at all. It's just one of those films that shouldn't have been remade. It was perfectly fine the way it was. Some nudity. What I find stunning about this film now is seeing how young everyone was. I mean, yes, it does have its slight boring moments, and if it had been done now, I think it would have been quite different, which is why they probably tried to remake it. And I suppose the background is not the best, but I suppose it sums up the film with just the waves. There's your disc. I don't really know if I'm keen on this cover. I don't think it really sums up for me the film. But that's just me. I also think that watching it now and seeing Laurie Petty then and seeing her now in Orange Is the New Black is very strange. Now, I haven't seen this film in ages, but this is the original Poseidon Adventure, which I like. I like the remake and I like the original. I think they're both great films. I think the remake does the effects better than the original, but the original still has the good qualities there. And kind of made me never want to go on a ship again, but I think I did not long after seeing one of these films. But the one thing I don't understand about this is you have the original that was made into... You have the original into a steelbook, but then you have the remake not in a steelbook. I kind of think if you're going to do a steelbook, you should do the original and the remake, because now I have two films that really don't fit together. So I've got Poseidon and I've got The Perfect Storm. Now, as you may have gathered throughout this film, throughout this recording video, I do keep my films in alphabetical order, and this annoys me because Poseidon comes before Perfect Storm. but you can't put Perfect Storm before Poseidon. You could, but then it wouldn't be beside this. So I'm hoping at some point they bring out the remake on Steelbook as well, because I think that'd be good. But the other thing that annoys me with this kind of thing is just before Jurassic World came out, Zavvi released Jurassic Park 1, 2 and 3 on Steelbook. But they never released Jurassic World. So now I don't have the Jurassic Park Steelbooks. Those are my dad's. And they're too high up for me to reach, quite frankly. So I think personally, if they were gonna go the extra length or go the extra mile to get the first 3 in Steelbook, why didn't they go the extra mile and get the most recent one? I know there's supposed to be a Jurassic World 2 coming out, or filming at some point. Why didn't they go the extra mile and do that? Why is my collection not, or my dad's collection, not complete in a sense? Why are these in the wrong order? It's when you take your films off your, oh, I mean reflected in that. It's when you take your films off your shelf and you realise they're in the wrong order. Rambo is one of those films initially I didn't like. Initially I did not like Sylvester Stallone. When I first saw it I was like eh. And I think I was the same with Rocky as well. I just wasn't that fussed by it. But I think the more I grew to see the later films, the more I grew to love the Rockies and the Rambos, and fall a little bit in love, I suppose, with Sylvester Stallone. I mean, in his young days, he was quite handsome. I don't know, there's something about him, there's always something I say, that his eyes are always quite sad. And I kind of feel quite maternal towards him. I don't know what it is. I feel like I want to mother him and give him a big hug and everything like that. And I kind of like how these 3, well this is part 2, but these 3 are on a similar scale, so they're the same design. They're not different. You can kind of see that the same person has designed the artwork for all 3 of them. Sly versus Rambo. Now, I haven't seen these films in ages, so I can't really remember what I originally thought of, like, how I would think of them now. I think I would enjoy them more now to the first time that I actually saw them. Rambo 3. Again, you can see that you've got the similar artwork, the 3 scenes across the top, and you have the same extras. It's funny how this one's an 18 and the other 2 are rated 15s. That was Rambo 3. And then you have the most recent Rambo. Not the same artwork. Similar. He was an Outlander. So you have 4 photos across the top. And the extras are in a different bit. And this one's also rated 18. Now if you compare that to the other 3, that kind of annoys me. I kind of wish they'd stuck with a similar theme. I know this was out much later than the first 3, and it's the most recent of them all. It just annoys me. It really does. Now if I say damn it, and you don't say Janet, We can no longer be friends. This cannot happen. I like the Rocky Horror Show. The Rocky Horror Show for me has dated quite a bit now. I haven't seen the most recent kind of remake with Adam Lambert in it. I have it on my wish list at the moment, but as far as I'm aware it's only on DVD. You've just got the time warp dance moves on the back there. If you don't know how to do that already, then for the thing that I don't like about the Rocky Horror Picture Show is the ending. That has annoyed me since I first started watching this when I was younger. I probably didn't get Tim Curry at that time, but I do now. The end, I mean, I'm probably going to be quite controversial with this. The ending, for me, could have been so much better. I didn't like it. I don't think it fit with the rest of the film, but the rest of it is good. And it's definitely a must-see. Must-see. I'm not sure that I'm keen on these pop art steelbooks. I'm not sure. This is Salt, obviously. There's a slight rip there. Includes 3 versions of the film. Original theatrical version and 2 additional extended cuts. Again, butterfly effect, that's all I'm saying. Nature extras. Not keen on these picture-in-picture. I think that's distracting from the film. Contains strong violence. Now, do you remember what I said about Final Destination 5 being in Steelbook? Well, this is another one that annoys me. Scream. Now, this is the only one in Steelbook. The other 3? Yeah, it's 4 Scream films now. So the other 3 are all in Blu-ray. Which annoys me because, again, the collection is not complete. Now, this is... It's one of those films I've seen about, I don't know how many times. Probably too many than I would care to actually count. This is all they could come up with for the inside. So you've just got plain on one side and then you have the 3 of them in the middle there. Not even clear. Like, as you can see, that's pretty indistinct when you look at it. Apart from me and the bloody reflection there. I think that could have been done better myself. I've just got the little J cards inside. And considering how old this film is now, that's the best you can come up with for extras, seriously. I think it has dated a little bit now, but in a good way, sometimes a bad way. Johnny 5. Again, I'm annoyed about this because Short Circuit 2 is not currently, at the time of recording this, in steelbook form, but I hope that they plan to bring out the second one. If I remember correctly, it's been a little while. I've seen this one more recently than I have seen Short Circuit 2, because I remember, I think this one's funny and I think Johnny 5 is hilarious, but I seem to remember liking the second one better. It just, I can't remember now. It's been too long, but there was something about it that I preferred, and it was the same with like Ghostbusters and everything like that. It's one of those films, if you have not seen it, I would recommend it. I was a bit like, the first time. I thought, okay, so we're going to watch this. I ended up really enjoying it. So it is one of those films that needs to be seen. And if you watch this and you've seen Wall-E, there are some similarities. 50th anniversary. The Sound of Music if you have not seen this, it's one of those films you're either going to love or you're going to hate, quite frankly. I am on their I love it side. I always wanted to be Liesel when I was younger. I still want to be Liesel, actually. 50th years of the happiest sound in all the world. Now you do, because it's the 50th anniversary edition, you do get 2 discs. We've got the special film, oh, shut up, feature film and special features. And you also have the sound of a city, and this is the extra on it. So this is Julie Andrews returning to where they filmed it, presumably. How hot was Christopher Plummer in this film? Seriously. I didn't see it when I was younger, but see, watching it as an adult, oh, he has a twinkle in his eye. But that's the Sound of Music for you. 50th anniversary. I do like the artwork on this. It's very colourful, very bright, very happy, very summery. This bus is going to explode! I can't do that impression. I don't know who I'm trying to kid. This wasn't as... I have a feeling this wasn't a Zavvi exclusive. I have a feeling this was an Amazon exclusive, if I remember correctly. But that just comes away. It's just the little rectangular one. Get ready for rush hour. Pop quiz headshot. What do you do? Funny story about this film. In 1997, when Channel 5 first came on, went live. Before that, we only had 4 channels. Well, back in the good old 1997, when I was 13? Yeah, 13. This was one of the big films that kind of opened Channel 5, as it were. And I thought, well, I'll watch it, and kind of got told to switch it off just as they were chasing Dennis Hopper through the building, and just after the bomb went off. My parents thought there was too much swearing in it, funnily enough. So I didn't see it again until a couple of years later, and it was always one of those films that annoyed me because it's a brilliant film. I love it. I don't care what anyone says. I like it, and that's the main thing. But yeah, that was my little funny story. I was actually not allowed to watch this at the age of 13. I mean, I think it is a 15 rated movie. Did I just see that? Yeah. So it was a 15 rated movie, and I was not allowed to see it at the age of 13 because of the swearing in it. I mean, it does say it contains strong language and violence. I was not allowed to see that. And of course, you know what Channel 5 was and is like. It was absolutely riddled with adverts. So I think when the bomb went off and Harry went flying backwards, it went to an advert and I was told to switch it off. I can't believe I'm about to bring this one up and admit that I own this. It was one of those steelbooks that I hummed and hawed about actually buying from Zavvi. And I think the fact is that I haven't actually... I don't think I've seen this. I might be wrong. It may have been quite a number of years if I have seen it, but I don't remember ever seeing it. And I don't know like if I'll actually ever get round to watching it. But I suppose the whole reason for purchasing it is because Kylie. Hey, and maybe Jean-Claude Van Damme as well, you know. Commentary. Whoopie-doo. Does anyone else watch deleted scenes as well? I'm not particularly keen on them. I don't tend to watch them unless I really, really, really enjoy the film. And then even then you can kind of normally tell that they're cut for a reason, you know? Contains moderate violence. But yeah, it's probably one of those films that maybe don't want to admit you've seen it. Or maybe you do. I don't know. I haven't seen it, so I can't say, but I think the artwork there works. Jean-Claude's looking mean and moody.